That is Bloodhound Gang with Foxtrot Uniform Charlie a Kilo. I've got Genevieve on the phone at the moment, and she is working for the Italian Film Festival here that starts in Brisbane next Wednesday night. We're going to find out more about it. G'day, Genevieve. How are you going?
Hello, I'm very well. Thank you. How are you this evening?
Pretty good, actually. Having a pretty good evening, listening to some good music and talking all about films at the moment, and very much interested in the Italian Film Festival. Can you tell us a bit about it and when it starts?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, very excitingly, it starts in Brisbane next week on Wednesday evening. So it's the 3rd of October, and we open with the sequel to last year's opening night film, Welcome to the South. So this year is Welcome to the North. So that's was a really big hit in box office hit in Italy this year. So yeah, everyone has proven to be very entertained by it so far with the opening nights in Melbourne and Sydney.
Excellent. Are you doing anything special for the opening night, like any sort of festival going on, food, drink, anything like that?
Absolutely, yeah. The opening night every year of the Italian Film Festival, being Italian, of course, is very involved with food and wine and music. So we've got everyone will arrive at 6:30, and then they'll be greeted by a glass of Brown Brothers Prosecco in true Italian style, and they'll head up to watch the film. And afterwards, we've got a big opening night gala celebration. We've got a great band for entertainment. We've got Lavazza Mocha Martinis. We've got Connoisseur Gourmet Ice Cream. Del Lugo from New Farm, the beautiful Italian restaurant in New Farm, is doing all the catering this year. And yeah, last year we had everyone dancing. So, it's all out on the plaza there at the barracks in the precinct, and it's such a fun night. So, and of course everyone gets the gift bag, which has got over $130 worth of value in it as well. So it's definitely a good value night.
Oh, wow. Some of the other films on at the festival, I'm interested to know sort of what you might suggest, but I saw this Sean Lai and the Poet. Have you seen that one?
Oh, Shun-Li and the Poet. Yeah,
yeah.
That's a really beautiful film about, relevant to us as well here in Australia, about, an Asian woman who's working in a little fisherman's village, and the attitude is generally negative towards her, and she makes friends with one of the local men in the bar that she works at, and really, it's sort of all about that negativity that we can display towards immigrants. Their friendship is frowned upon, but it's a beautiful story about friendship, that one.
Oh, wow. Have you got any other suggestions if we want to sort of, maybe we haven't seen very many Italian films before, but we want to start watching them? What would you suggest that we come and watch at the festival?
Okay, well, if you haven't seen a lot of Italian films and you want a kind of a good access point, I would definitely recommend an Italian one that we've got, which is sort of like a good old-fashioned American romantic comedy. It's called One Day More, and it's sort of about this man who swears that he's, never going to marry, and then finally he meets this woman, and she is actually moving to New York, a couple of days after. So it's sort of, that's a good old-fashioned American romantic comedy. Another one which is going to be really good is Reality, and that's it's by the same director as Gomorrah, which won the Grand Prix at Cannes a few years ago, and Reality also took out the Grand Prix at Cannes this year. So it's Matteo Gorone, and it's a film about basically the place of reality television in Italian society. So I think we can sort of relate to that. So they might be two good films that are good sort of access points to them, and entertaining as well.
I read somewhere about Magnificent Presence, where they said it was a good snapshot of Rome and the beauty of it. Is that correct?
Oh, it's just gorgeous. Magnificent Presence is like, this man buys this gorgeous old crumbling Roman building as his house, and he sees so much beauty in it, he wants to do it up, and he actually finds that it's still inhabited by a vaudevillian performance troupe from the 1940s who kind of are hanging around with some unfinished business. But the costumes are amazing, and the soundtrack is just beautiful. So it's a really entertaining, and it's the kind of film it allows you to suspend your disbelief on ghosts, and it makes it seem so real, even though they are ghosts. He forms this really beautiful friendship with them after being, of course, completely petrified at the start with this huge troupe of performers who are hanging around in his house.
Is there a particular type of genre Italian films, or they're right across the board? Comedies, love stories, actions, and stuff like that here at the festival.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely, the festival director, Alicia Zeckler-Hill, she really tries to get a good cross section of films. This year, I think that there are definitely, really, really strong dramas in there. We've got a few more comedies this year, which is good. People love to go out and just be entertained. I think, particularly in Italy, where there's sort of been the debt crisis that's been happening. I think that these films have sort of come out to provide some relief to all of that. And there's a documentary in there as well. So yeah, there's definitely a cross section that she aims for when she's selecting the films. But it's about the strength of the titles as well that are coming out of Italy. To try, and she wants to select the best ones while also getting a good variety. But if the best ones happen to be more comedies that particular year, then they will sort of reign. Yeah, so it's sort of dictated by the quality of films that are coming out of Italy, which is great. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Have you got a favourite out of the festival that you really like?
I have to say, actually, that I might agree with the one that you brought up, Magnificent Presence. I really loved that. I loved the, it was such a visually so beautiful, and it was playful. It was something different, but the other one that I think is incredible is The Entrepreneur, which is a really good drama that won lots of awards at the Italian Golden Globes for Best Cinematography. It won the Special Jury Award, and it's about a man who is struggling as the head of a company. So it's a little bit more serious, but it's so strong. The performances are amazing. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Sounds like there's plenty of good stuff to watch down at this Italian Film Festival. Next week on Eclectic Avenue, we're going to do a songs in films sort of, we're going to do like a bit of a top 20 and have a bit of fun. We're going to talk to a few different other people, like there's a pioneer of cinema that we're going to have a chat to and stuff like that. Have you got a favourite song from a movie? Like, I guess I'm thinking of, in Train Spotting, where they play the Lou Reed song Perfect Day or something like that. Do you have a particular one that you can put your finger on?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and you sort of caught me off guard. A particular song is difficult for me because I know that there are so many, and one doesn't pop to mind. But I did absolutely adore the film Control, which was about Joy Division.
Yep.
And I think that the actor, he performed all the songs himself, and that just carried through so beautifully in the film. And now when I listen to all of their songs, I think of that film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think that's the one, it's definitely one of my favourite films. So
awesome.
I'll have to choose that one.
Well, sneak peek, we're going to look at a song from that film next week. So,
oh, great.
Yes, that was funny that you chose that. Hey, if we want to check you out on the internet, you want to let us know any websites or Facebook pages we could go and find you?
Absolutely. You should definitely like Lavazza Italian Film Festival on Facebook, but the website is beautiful this year, and it is italianfilmfestival.com.au. Pretty easy. Biggest Italian film festival outside of Italy, so that's why we've got we get reign of that website in Australia. And I also wanted to just quickly mention about our whole host of special events that we've got. that include, Peroni and Prosecco and Connoisseur Gourmet ice cream, Pallini Limoncello. Different events are featuring, the wonderful stock that is provided by our sponsors this year, and they're all sort of matched with a film, and they're happening at Palace Centre and Palace Barracks. So definitely have a look on the website for those special events, because they're a good way to enjoy the festival the whole way through as well.
Oh, excellent. Well, is there anything you want to finish up with about the Italian Film Festival? How can you encourage people to come along and watch some Italian films?
Well, I guess that, the program is so strong this year, and there are a lot of films for people who wouldn't usually think about going to see Italian films. There are lots of films that are going to be really, really entertaining, and I guess that's what people really want out of cinema when they go out. Those special events as well. Like if you wanted to make it not just a trip to the movies, but an event where you can turn up, you've got your ticket, you can have some ice cream or you can have a cocktail, and it's one of those really wholesome, nights out that you can experience Italy and everything that it kind of has to offer with food and drinks, and it's the whole outing. So I think that people should definitely head down to the cinemas to try and catch some of these films and the special events to experience Italy here at home rather than having to pay for a flight over there.
I'm pretty sure a couple of people will probably watch the films and go, okay, we're going over for holidays now.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So actually, we've got one of the special events is really special. It's a preview of Woody Allen's new film, his love letter to Italy, called To Rome with Love, and that's got a special event attached to it as well. So that's definitely going to make people want to go to Italy. If anyone saw Midnight in Paris, it was like a holiday in Paris. So definitely come along to see that one.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much for talking with us tonight, Genevieve, and I wish you all the best for the Italian Film Festival, and hopefully we can chat next year when it's on again.
Wonderful. I look forward to it. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.